Yeah. Oh my god. Fuck, wait, first time I'm talking. You're. Turn down this music here. What we doing? 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 Hey, though, what up, y'all? It's your boy Crypto Brad, aka Mo World Peace, the DJ / producer, coming again with another video about the Zen world and Zen-like activities, the dark side of cryptocurrency, the side no one wants to talk about. Everybody wants to talk about everything but scaling because it jeopardizes the bag. But you've come to the right place if you're looking for that computer science, just like the title says. What happened, man? Crypto used to be literally, you need to know what to do. Man, I'm in the fucking time machine when I'm dealing with this Zen stuff. Jack got me over here. This ain't even loading. Got us out here building the Soul app as a community, learning about it for the release of Soul Zen. And it feels like this is shit that won't happen again until somebody from this core, the quorum of what is becoming the Zen world, the people inside of it right now with their hands in the fucking dirt. The next shit is coming from one of these people. Because what we're doing, you don't really get to do outside of the scope of freedom, really, to be honest. This is the 80% of computer science that made Bitcoin before Bitcoin was motherfucking Bitcoin. And it's crazy to think, man, we've gotten so far away. I remember when my homie was trying to get me to mine Bitcoins and I couldn't understand it. So I bought it like an idiot. Where am I at? I'm looking at the camera. I'm not even on the screen. What up, y'all? Today is Monday, April 29th, and it is 80 degrees outside. And so, yep, world keeps spinning, and May is around the corner. So, again, in the traders world, today is a day. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for. I was actually telling my lady that this morning. I was like, yo, it's crazy not living like I used to live day by day, but now I live on the calendar. And it's weird to think I used to be such a rebel. Like, I could do whatever I want. Randomness. But now my shit is so random. I plan monthly random, bro. I'm like, all right, what's May looking like? Like all of May. Have I planned it? You know, what does June look like? Have I planned it? You know? And crypto is maturing me into this character in the IRL of pre-planning experience. Because it provides the discipline, right? Like right now, if you want to get in Soul Zen early and beat everybody to it, you got to learn how to run this right now, right? And that's dope. We haven't had one moment yet in Zen where the code is in the hands of everybody. Everybody got the code. Now, what I'm working on this week and why I haven't been talking, I've just been talking about the philosophy, but I'm actually trying to make a guide right now for Mac users, because there's a guide for Linux, Ubuntu, and that one's easy peasy lemon squeezy. But when you want to use Mac, I've been running into a bunch of configuration errors, so I'm learning. If you know how to do it on a Mac, please visit one of the telegrams and give us your scoop. If you don't want to give us the scoop, we're going to find out anyways. I just need a couple more hours of fresh brain on top of this shit, and I'm going to figure it out. So I'm not too worried about my errors. I'm also using GPT. So this is important to know, like, use GPT to your advantage in this world, because it's here for that, right? I literally took the PDF they posted. I didn't even read that shit. I just put it in here and said, tell me what to do. GPT is like, here's your step-by-step guide on how to use this in a Mac terminal. But that's why I have to rebuild it. I learned, I'm like, I need to put my brain on this first, rebuild it, so I know that it follows my steps, and then drop it in GPT, and then make it fucking really work. But yeah, that's where I'm running into some issues. But you see, I use GPT to my advantage to give me all the things I need to copy and paste into my terminal to set up Soul Zen. And that's just the first step of things here going on in Zen world, while the rest of the real world is having a fit. They're trying to figure shit out. Bitcoin's over here getting ready to save the day again. So looking at Bitcoin today, I mean, pretty much they wiped the month out. We were having a really good month, and then they came in, fucking traders, and they wiped it all away. They said, nah, man, no good month. Bad month. Right? And I mean, it was a recovery, though, because we thought it was going to be worse month. That's what I was going to say. Oh, this is going to be the worst month out. 50K is definitely on the table in April. But we didn't get there. So in my, journey of Bitcoin, this feels like a consolidation candle. And what's crazy, again, about being in the Zen world, and, again, we're just one layer behind Bitcoin. Maybe you're into Solana, maybe you're into Ethereum. Zen is going to have X1 chain, which will be a competitor amongst all chains. For the people, by the people. Anyone can run a node. It's going to be dope. Using compute. Actually, that's something too in X1 right now. No one's thinking about it because they're not there with us. I mean, we're a small group. There's only like 14 viewers here. What's up, everybody? What up, Lita? What up, Dank? Oh, yeah, we got some wrenches in the house too now. What up, Mind, Body, and Crypto? What's up, Goonin? What's happening? Yo, Goonin, wait, you're the one that was met up with Jack Levin, right? Was that you in that Telegram with Jack? That's fire if it was. Unless there's two Goonins. What's up, though? What's up? What up, Clay? Arcadian. Arcane. Arcane. Zen Arcane. What up, Brody? What's up, buddy? Up in the house. What's a wrench? Oh, I'll give you guys a wrench. You guys are cool. All the OGs that have been around, just in case, all of a sudden people want to show up to my channel and be like, yo, nah, I need that gas. You guys can help me maintain the madness, because I know you've been here. So we wrenching the homies. You guys getting wrenched up. All the homies. Fuck it. Who else got one? There we go. What up, Corey? But yeah, so what this is proven to me, right? Like I'm saying, Zen is one layer behind. And it's funny watching the rest of the crypto industry act like they already landed on Mars and shit, when realistically most of these fucking projects are boo-boo to foo, as they say in the hood. They are fucking boofy. They're goofy. Man, I was just listening to a fucking Bitcoin Spaces on the lake. The newcomers. The newies. The newbies. They're not newies. They're not newbies. They're not noobs. They're newies. They got some bread. They're getting ready to burn build their journey. I shouldn't say burn it. I mean, they're going to get burned a bunch to learn it, but hopefully they find Zen, because if not, it's part of the journey, man. You got to go through all the shit coins before you find the gems. And then everybody that is in total shitcoin land will continue to say, that shitcoin there, though, that one sucks. Like, Zen that one sucks for over 2 years. So I don't know about you, but I've never seen a FUD alert on something that sucks this much. And again, looking at what happened last week on the weekly, when we had a really good week, and then just this couple, like on Sunday night, everybody just piled in and said, fuck that. Everywhere. And I'm not like, what do you say? Like, I don't let price dictate my rhythm of education in crypto anymore. And that's like another problem in crypto. Everybody got the same rhythm, the same cadence. It's kind of weird. Again, I'm just listening in, you know, like I should make Zen spaces on X, but I don't feel like I should be the only one doing it. You know, I should feel comfortable that others have other insight. That's why I like it when like Simple and Tree City West and everyone just gets on a space and we just talk about projection of Zen at this point, you know, and that's where the visionaries are rooted in Zen. And again, like I started the stream, I feel like people who are really close to Zen during this moment probably are going to be the people you want to follow as the bull market goes bananas, because the world is in shambles and they're all going to come into crypto, but you need to find a home base that you can place your value, that you can put your value for real. Like, I mean, yeah, you could do Bitcoin and that's awesome. I mean, right now that's where it's at, but that's not futuristic. That's not 10 years. Like in 10 years, if you're still promoting Bitcoin as a store of value, it's like, damn, like I know it was fuck the shit coins, but bro, like you could have made X's on the shit coins. That's why I'm trying to find the most wrecked shit coin of the no bull market is Zen right now. That's Zen. There's a lot of other ones, but this one has never had a pump. Ever. It doesn't have no history. The only history is a vampire attacked Hex. And that history is already like gone sideways because again, a lot of smart people are in Hex and Pulse Chain and they caught on to like, oh, maybe this is more than just a shit coin. So there's like multiple communities again in the Zen ecosystem, which is kind of providing so much reason to the chart when you really look at it. And to get started, of course, always go to zen.network, pick anything. I say start with your favorite chain and build from there. Maybe your favorite chain's a popular chain and everybody in, you know, Zen world is on it. That's why pretty much everybody is on Ethereum, because it is like, if there was ever an Oracle like hangout, it's on Ethereum. Like that's where the minds meet up, is back on ETH. We all disperse to 12 different EVMs, soon Solana big brain. That one's crazy. That one's full blown attack on mediocrity. So like if you really want to join the like fuck mediocrity gang, you gotta get this going, because this is how we doing it. And it's epic because it's it's like ordinals on Solana for real. And that's why it's a little bit more technical and you need to run a Solana client in order to basically brute force your Soul Zen with their nodes. And yeah, this is just like XENblocks. And XENblocks, you use the GPU miners, right? We use our GPU mining scripts to brute force XNM into existence before the halvening. And that's why now XENblocks is kind of the legacy idea of what Soul Zen is going to orchestrate, right? And that's epic to me. Like being pretty much a whale in XENblocks, like, I mean, a heavy voter, where I've never had this much voting power. And knowing that like now this shit is legacy, and it's bloodline is Bitcoin, bro. Bitcoin's like go tanks right here, bro. This Goku's baby son, the fuck, out of control. What up, Tree City West? Sup, Rolando? What up, BlackRock? Zen to the moon. Oh yeah, that was me. Hey, Gunnan, that's up, bro. That's up. I'm glad you got to meet the GOAT. It's crazy meeting Jake Levin, right? It's like, damn, this motherfucker real. This gotta be real. How can it not be real? It's weird, but it's normal, you know? I think like where we are really, and this is something that everybody in crypto needs to latch on to, is that the screen name is becoming identity. And maybe the real conspiracy is, why are you afraid to hide your identity? And why am I following products, influencers, ideology that idolizes hidden identities, right? Sounds like you really can't have a one world currency with a hidden identity founder. It's just not, doesn't sound right to me. It just doesn't my head can't compute it. You know, when I think of that, I just think of like a scene in a movie of a dark alley with neon lights. Go type that shit into a Stable Diffusion right now. Whatever it dreams is exactly the anonymous crypto lifestyle. Yeah, Jack Levin, regular ass mother freaker, bro. Regular person. I was driving in New York and saw some dude on a scooter, and I was like, is that Jack Levin? It's like, damn, that motherfucker might actually, this might be a mind fuck. Like, he might be so regular that it's you know, it can get spicier from there. He's just so regular. Like, this is what's supposed to happen. Everybody that understands, it's not magic. You get it. Like, you actually get it. And that's the hardest part of Zen. The hardest part of Zen is getting to the point where you can connect all of the dots, that you're actually working towards a better crypto society, bigger topics, right? We're talking about, how do human beings increase productivity? So as a driver on the street, potentially there's no fucking potholes. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But that's the goal, right, man? Fuck a pothole. How do we AI these potholes? Jesus. How do we reallocate this human behavior? God damn, this shit is distributed sporadically. We need to redistribute human careers. You heard it here first. AI to the moon. But yeah, that's not the whole point there. The idea really is, it's all regular. This is how it's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to advance. Bitcoin started 80% computer science, 20% how can we trade this shit? And now you can almost say it's 99% how do we trade this shit? And there's a 1% crowd that's doing Taproot. That's like maintaining the market share, while the real world has this like soft landing into I guess Joe Biden actually being like, yo, we in a recession. I'm over here waiting around, futuristic as fuck. Like, when are they just going to say that so everybody can realize it and stop acting like it's a new thing, that everything's expensive? I'm still trying to figure that too. I'm not a psychologist or anything, you know, so I don't understand the behaviors of training someone to be mute or normal to something. Like, prices go up, it's so easy to get trained to. It translates in crypto, because in crypto you can actually accidentally mindfuck yourself into thinking 12 billion Zen is a small amount of Zen, where it's like, yo, that's a lot of Zen. Because if Zen really takes off, 12 billion at $4,000, that's a fucking discount, right? So the large number theory, before you get to, you know, or it's like reverse inflation, right? In the real world, we're going from small numbers to big numbers. So it's harder to process a behavior of like, I'm gonna go splurge because I used to do it for this amount, right? That's been a normal thing, right? My parents tell me about buying hamburgers for like 50 cents and shit when I was a kid. I'm like, dog, $15 as an adult for a hamburger. Inflation is ridiculous. Shit, you want to look nice at a party? Go to Zara. Zara used to be like $20, $30, $50. I'm out the door. I got some shit. We gonna turn up and then throw these clothes away. Not no more, bro. Go to Zara, end up spending like $200 on some bullshit. Fashion inflation is out of control too. It's all over the place. So yeah, in the real world, we're going from small number to big number. In the crypto space, we're going from big number to small number. And that's where the quantum is actually conjuncting. the conjunction is happening. If you don't have a lot of crypto while the real world is going up in number, you're like on the wrong side of the history. And that's why in Zen, I'm over here trying to keep my Zen, and I'm looking for other projects that are now embodying this hyperinflation to smaller number theory, because that's just something that it's an easy win. Granted, Zen is like the infinity coin where we don't know anything. It's built on scale to mass adopt and blow our minds, blah, blah, blah. But then we have DXN, right, which is doing amazing right now. It's having a tiny pullback, which is great. So NXD came out yesterday. There was a Spaces yesterday with Simple Waters. And yeah, they were talking about, or we were talking game theory here, because one of the craziest things is, oh, this didn't load it. Is it going to load here? I might need to go to their web app if no one's played the game yet. Okay, cool. Wow, that's crazy. So this went up a lot. It was up down to 76, but now it's at 91. Maybe there's something here that I don't understand. This is Ethereum, right? Oh, but yeah, a lot of coins were unstaked yesterday. Maybe somebody unstaked them and then staked them back, which is fine because I haven't checked my divs. Did you guys check the divs from yesterday? Should be nice. And there's a lot of cool things going on with DXN now. Now, like me personally, I'm a fan of the vanilla DXN because I'm OG now. So for me, the vanilla DXN is this, or DBZN is this. Just use some ETH, use some Zen, get some DBZN. I like that game. I'm cool with it. I've been doing it for a year now, and it's worked out in my favor. And again, it's about the game over here. The coin hyperinflates for 4 years, and then it takes 58 years for the remaining 5% to hit the market. So they've given themselves a 4-year runway essentially to create something that actually hits. And that's why I'm bullish on DXN. Now things that come out around it like NXD, which they're doing, this is here, let's log into this. So I'm vibing with the whole NXD thing as a software, as like a program. I think like whatever, you know, I mean, it just depends on what you fucking believe in, you know, and that's kind of what's cool about it, I want to say, because I don't have to believe in it, and that's great. I hate when people create shit and it fucking based on your belief. Like one of those is like Zenlon Mars. So I think one of the reasons why Zenlon Mars didn't hit back in the day was because it didn't have an app, and it made people have to believe in it, right? And you can only go so far with fair before people were like, yo, what the fuck am I doing here? So NXD is spawned from community members in DBZN, believers in DBZN that understand that there's a possibility that DXN is the true store value of the whole overall Zen network. And that's a great narrative because, again, DXN is the first one to do it, right? The first people to store Zen value outside of Phoenix. Phoenix is great, but again, the problem with Phoenix is it doesn't give you any native rewards, and that's part of the behavior. If you have native rewards attached to the burn, people are more likely to show up. It's just part of the game. They want the native. That's why DBZN is a great plugin for your favorite chain. People on base chain love DBZN. I know Avalanche heads like it. I like it on base. So it is paying native rewards. So if you love the chain, why wouldn't you be burning your Zen, which is the fairest launch crypto on planet Earth, right? The purest, you can get it right now. You can spend 2 days minting your Zen if it's profitable. I mean, on a smaller chain, that's what's even funnier. It's like you can literally mint Zen for like 12 cents. Like it gets, the game theory gets even more escalated on a subchain. But on the Ethereum world, really what it does is it amplifies your Zen. I was saying this in the beginning. You burn your Zen for DBZN, and now your Zen is worth more because it's in a scarcer token. So you kind of want to do that with your portfolio of Zen coins once you have them. And yeah, so now you might have your Zen and you're like trying to figure it out. You're on the runway. Like, do I save them for X1 chain, or, do I spin a little, play a game, get some rewards, and join, a new journey? And I think NXD is basically banking on that, right? And that's a great way to grab value, right? That store value on DXN of the Zenians showing up because they got a shitload of Zen prices going up. They're the only motherfuckers with it, right? That's the best part about mining Zen. If you're minting Zen nonstop, you're the only person with Zen because no one else is doing it. When everybody else shows up and they catch on, and then they're like, yo, I had to wait 300, 400 days for this. You've already done it because you're here today, right? That's why, again, I think the game theory in Zen changes when there's mass adoption, which it's gearing, scaling to do. Like, once we get to Solana, people need to learn real Zen. Then they got to learn DB Zen, right? And if you're a Zenian and you've never mined XENblocks, maybe it's because you think XENblocks is dead in the grass. That's what everyone was telling me. They were like, oh, XENblocks isn't worth anything. You can't sell it. Well, now you're going to be able to do Solana Zen, which is a clone of XENblocks, and it's going to give you a Solana coin on Solana. So now you can sell that coin for more Solana, pair it with Solana. It's going to live a DeFi life because it's got a bunch of DeFi heads behind it. You feel me? That's why I'm trying to be like, I need to get some of this, because the ones that do it first, it's the very first version of this. So I assume other meme coins could join if Solana scales correctly. And what's really happening here is we are bypassing the priority fee. And Solana doesn't allow users to up the gas. They essentially give you a flat rate. And this is based on their marketing. People can get priority set fees, but they have to build clients. And that's why this Sol Zen is to really spank everybody in crypto, because that's kind of fucked up that everyone's been using their, I mean, it's part of the game. The best computer scientists reap the rewards. That's always been cryptocurrency. And again, I'm feeling like your opportunity to be a part of something new, which is everybody can be in this. This is not just a silo of hackers in their basement. Like, cryptocurrency is coming to the surface, and somebody, X1, is going to run the fucking race. The one that brings the planet in. Not this Bitcoin bullshit. This Ethereum cat and mouse game. I'm talking about AT&T infrastructure. Not Google, bro. How did Google show up? Google's all around the world, and that shit started in Silicon Valley. How? Right? There's levels to this shit. And this Sol Zen, I think, again, it's to spank the industry. And anyone could have done it. No one stepped up to the plate. And maybe Jack Levin cheated because he helped Google create Gmail and Google Cloud infrastructure, so he understands kernels like he can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yo, that's the wildest part about Jack Levin, bro. Like, he wrote this in a couple days. He's like, I'm gonna do it. And then but see, again, he uses GPT to his advantage. So JL uses GPT as a leverage system to produce fast code. And he even tells everyone, why are you even asking this question? Go here. And I will still just throw it out there. Maybe there's some, relatable, discoveries that everybody got in the chat. So fuck it. Let's see. I'll ask a question. I'm not scared. But I get it. Most of the questions you have on this planet they can answer it in GPT. If you can articulate it, if you can tell the computer what you want to happen, it will do it. And now, again, people like a Jack Levin leverage the AI because he has community to perform and execute amazing code, man. This is amazing code at the end of the day when you really think about it. No one wanted it to do XENblocks because they can't sell them. Well, like I said, well, now you can do it on Solana and sell the coins for more Solana. So what the fuck are we even doing here? What is what we cannot and not do anymore? Like, are we all just literally the Spider-Man meme? You what? Man, like, for real, this shit's about to dust everyone. And again, things like DXN honing in on the store value is so huge on Zen. And NXD is minted out right now at 56%. So this, I mean, all of it ties in. You see how, like, I was so surprised to see this shit being minted this much already. I was like, bruh, they really believed in it. Like, they fucking played me. It's all good though. I don't say they played me, but what I'm saying is I see what happened here, and I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. I'm actually very excited in mint out. It's giving DXN the ability to cleanse right now. It's like a fucking, it's getting baptized. Like, who's gonna do it? Are you gonna release the bag, or are you gonna stay staked? I think some people went back staked though, because I could have sworn it was 76%, right? Wasn't this 76%? I could be tripping. JL, the Michael Jordan of crypto. The mission, world domination, for real. I'm gonna try to set it up tonight. Is it hard? It's not that the setup is hard for the souls in. It's just that you need to use Ubuntu, and I've been trying to use Mac, so I need to actually use Ubuntu and not, or like Linux, and not use Mac, because there's something that I'm doing incorrectly that's messing up the client. And again, that's all we're doing. We're just running software through the command line. You know, instead of it having a pretty website, it's just on the command line. And this is why I'm getting these vibes, like these old crypto vibes that I seen in 2013. All my dev homies were trying to get me into Bitcoin because I was, you know, I didn't know what the fuck I was saying though. I worked at the Apple store, so I was just seeing users convert from flip phones to iPhones and watching people recalibrate emails to move to iCloud, right? And now we live in the reality where, like, you probably let your phone make your password, you know? And that's what's crazy to me, to be at this level now, 2024, new code, possibly going to change crypto in the fucking DMs, dude. Like, that's crazy. But it's super easy to set it up if you have Ubuntu. Like, fuck it. Yeah, we'll do a throwaway. I think I can do it with RunPod. I think I could do it with VAST too, but I don't want to use my VAST credits. Yeah, it's probably your environment paths. Yeah, man, I was trying hella hard. Actually, I'll show you here. I don't know if I can zoom in on this. Oh, okay. Yeah, so like one thing I have to figure out is this part too. So there's a part in the Mac where Mac wants to continuously write over the ID and not make like an ID1 or an ID2. So when you do this force command, it creates right over the JSON file, and I'm like, bro, I got to figure that part out. I stopped at that last night. But I know that it's pretty simple though. And the reason why you want to run it on a client instead of like the web app is the web app might get DDoS and shit. And all you don't need like anything powerful. So let me see. Because it's not like you're mining with a powerful machine. So you could just do like a regular GPU, like the cheapest one you can get. Yeah, I do PyTorch on demand. Let's go. Let's see it. And then where is it at? Zensu posted it in the XENblocks chat. So if you go in the XENblocks and then you click on the pin message, whoa, where'd it go? Okay, cool. Hey, XenPub got a wave. Let's look at his. Solana Zen. Okay, but yeah, so you see his is still in Linux. So yeah, let's run it with the Linux though. So we'll do this real quick because it's mad easy. Another thing to understand at this point in time is that it's 2024, bro. In 2020 or in 2010, like, think about it, man. The internet was just in your hand. Like, I grew up with the whole, like, from the flip phone to the hand phone, and like people used to just be calling and shit. Like, we don't even call it Grit Food no more. Man, I remember when you used to have to use, I sound old as fuck, but I'm not. But I remember when Uber came out and you had to go to uber.com and put in your address, and then that motherfucker would show up at a certain time. Like, that's how long ago I used Uber, dude. I used Uber when it was a fucking website. Like, weird. But we out here. We in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing, it can't stop, won't stop. And yeah, compute is just easy to obtain. So the barrier of thought that you can't get what you're looking for is nothing more than a like, that's just like a self thing. Like, you got to do it, right? You just got to do it, bro. So now the thing I'm doing right here, this is for educational purposes. Now, and a private key is going to pop up, and I'm not going to give a fuck. So if you want to go out of your way to try to do something awkward to the things you're going to see here, so be it. I'm never going to use this information ever again. I'm going to go to dark mode. All right. So first things first, you're going to just copy this here. We're using here, I'll put this in the chat. Save this website. Save this website. Run this back later in the day. Don't do it right now. Just watch. Because it's just plug and play. It's just like XenBlocks, bro. 100% like it. Nothing has changed except you have to, like, maybe get a little bit more actually, never mind. XenBlocks we've made very easy. So I guess if you've been mining XenBlocks in the last, like, 2 weeks, like 3 weeks you just started, it's been very simple. This is more like creating like a validator, being hands-on, like I said, hands in the dirt type vibe. But it's just plug and play increments. It's not like you got to do a bunch. You just run each command and it should load for you. Like, error messages are just systematic. They're not code. So let's run it through. So I just dropped in the first one, which is going to be installing Rust, because this client runs in Rust. And then we want to install Solana client. So we install the Solana into the node. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Downloading the installer. It's going to do its thing. While it's downloading, we'll go ahead and grab the next command. Right. Or actually, I guess there's some more we got to do. So yeah, the next command is you may need to configure it and change the path. So I just go ahead and copy the path. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Just change it. Don't even wait for it to change. Don't even guess for it to change. Just run it through. If the guide recommends it, just do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's extracting it right now. Bruh, I'm from the time where we could have a Discman in our pocket, and when we would move too much, when you would move too much, the music would skip. Mr. Drums, we thank you for your service, for your frustration. It's because of that frustration we have MP3s. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's like that's the vibes from the way backs, bro. I use CDs now though. I'm tapping into my kid frame right now, where I was really into CDs, and yeah, I think vinyls are a scam. As a DJ, man, vinyls, they scamming people hard, bro. That's just hell. It's vinyls are like buying Bitcoin inscriptions for me now. It's like, why would you want something so clunky that if you had to move across the planet, you can't bring your fucking vinyls? Like, them bitches is at your crib. I can bring a CD though. So were CDs really that bad? I could have that debate for hours. Where's my thing at? Okay. So I went ahead, I changed the path. Even though it already said the path was the path, I made the path the path. All right. So now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and Solana was uploaded. But what you can do is you can check to make sure Solana is inside of your instance. So you see here, I clicked, it says Solana version not found. That's not good because it just told me it downloaded it. So maybe the path should be where it should be. Maybe I fucking switched it up. Let's change it back. All right. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say too. So you saw the little error that I had there because I copied this one and threw it in. This is why I've been working on my guide, because I've noticed that some of these guides are really forward centric of you know what you're doing, and it's very easy to make a mistake. That's why, again, if you don't catch on fast, it's fine. It's because it's designed for people who know what they're doing. And over time I've learned like that kind of stuff where I type in version, it says not found, and then I understand, oh, I just fucked the path up, right? And that's how this command shit works, man. It works off paths, bro. You're like a fucking wire person. You're an operator for real. But yeah, take your time with it and kind of learn as you go. But yeah, I got the Solana there. So now what happens is you create and configure a wallet. Now this part is the sensitive part. So if you decide you want to make a video or you want to show friends and family, when you create a new Solana keygen, you're going to be blasting your private key and the wallet address. Okay. So that's why I said again, when you do the setup after you install Rust, after you install Solana and you go to make a new key, just know that you're getting into sensitive content area and you want to proceed with caution with those that are around if you're really serious about this shit, because that's where the information is for me to rob your ass. Now, personally, I don't fucking care because this is for education purposes. One, two. You know, what I'm doing is I'm setting up a password for the wallet. All right. So once you do that, you're going to see it pop up here. It's going to say, note your phrase security. Oh, my God, it's crypto. Right. And you're going to get your public key. And then this right here, this is going to be your 12-word seed phrase. So you know you have a wallet. All right. So this is pretty fascinating stuff here. For me, at least, I was like, oh, okay. We're really in Solana now, boy. Like, fuck all that other shit where you're like just making, connecting to an app from a website. SolZen is in Solana. There you got a problem. We out here, we in this bitch. Because again, it's a public blockchain. How dare you? How dare you stop the vibes? All right. So then we have this going on here. Public key, blah, blah, blah. Save all that stuff for yourself. Now what we want to do is we want to configure the terminal, right? After we made that public key, we're going to configure the terminal to be on Solana testnet. So the next prompt that we put in here, it's going to configure Solana to be on the RPC for testnet. So when you hit enter, you'll see it here. It'll tell you configure it file, the root, API testnet.solana. La-di-do, la-di-dee, and you're online, you're connected, right? So now right here, this is where things can get kind of weird. It was on my computer, but we'll see if it's different in Ubuntu and Linux. So the next thing we want to do is we're in the wallet, right? And your wallet it has a key pair, and this is the path of it. So Solana /ID. So this is wallet number one is just ID. Okay, it's in a JSON file and on this path, right? So right now, this client thinks I'm on this wallet LFJB2J. Like, that's what I'm serving on this testnet. So right now, if I type in Solana and then balance, it's gonna read and see. It's gonna say I have 0 Solana. Let's make this bigger. So you see, it says I have 0 Solana. So in this wallet, I want to put some Solana so I can run the client. So we're in testnet. That's why this is fun, because now I can type in Solana, and then I can type in airdrop, and then I just put 1. So I just need 1 coin, and it's gonna go request. It's gonna finalize this transaction. Now you might get an error here. Let's see if it runs an error. So it says that it was dropped. It says balance unchanged, and then it tells me to run something for more information. So we'll go ahead and run that. I copied it, and whatever it says to do, I'll do. So I think this is just telling me about that that airdrop. But what again, all you got to do is, now that we started to work and we got content here, we can use the up and down arrows to access different commands that we've had in the past. So I want to see my Solana balance. So I'm going to click up a few, like just enter it. So I see it there. Bow, boy, we got 1. We got 1 Solana in this wallet. Things are looking good. So after you do that, for some reason, for this client to be successful, they want us to set up 2 wallets. Now, I'm pretty sure the web app is going to do all this stuff for you. But again, if you're going to want to participate in Soul Zen, where you own the vibes, then you're probably going to want, you know what I'm saying, to do the command line. Because this is the fastest way to access it. I'm telling you, everyone's going to hit that website. And why would you even redo 2013 all over again and just be on the website with the plebs? Like, do the homework. Well, there's a runway. Be there on takeoff, okay? So 2 wallets. Let's go ahead and start that up here. Now, what we have going on, but see, this is where I'm like, okay, I think the paths, I hope the path is the same. So, all right. I'm double guessing myself. This is where I typically fumble. So there was no path there. See, root.local share. I think that is the path of this motherfucker. So I'm going to change this. I'm still trying to understand this because, all right, actually we'll keep this thought in our back of our pocket. So if you run into an issue when you're doing this, and this is like what I've been doing, it could just be an issue with your path. So if it's an issue with your path, then we'll come back and we'll look at this copy path command, and then we'll change it to be more similar to this particular path, which is root.local. I think I'm dumb. Am I being dumb right now, computer science whizzes? Shouldn't I just like motherfucking do it the way I'm thinking right now, that this is the wrong path that we're advertising for people to set up? Fuck it, man. I'm gonna do me. I think this is where I need to go, bro. I'm pretty sure. We'll see what happens. Man. Save me. Let's see what happens. Oh, man, I just did that shit. Okay, cool. All right, whatever. So that's not working. I don't really know. So this is the part where I was fumbling on MacBook, and let me just follow this. Yeah, So this is the part where I run into my little vibe. But yeah, I'm live right now and I still haven't put my head to it. But I know what my issue is. It's just my paths. And I'm not too versed in command line to understand paths because I like folders. So I'm slowly learning about this part. We're not really going to worry about that right now. We're just going to skip past it. But this is super duper important because you're going to need to basically start to set up a second wallet. Then you make a second wallet. Then you airdrop. You do the same process. And then that second wallet just is tagged with ID1. So you have an ID1 and an ID2. After you do that, you're going to create a project using cargo. So let's just show that part. So what you do, so maybe you'll figure that part out. Or maybe somebody who's watching this will actually be able to make a fast thing. Oh, okay, what you got? Oh, yeah. Well, I know that part. That's where you build it, right? Because that's where I was getting incorrect on my build. Here, we'll also bring up what the fuck I've been cooking. Oh, actually, I can't because it's got my... Oh, fuck it, it's testnet. Why the fuck should I care? Yeah, I'd rather us all like get turned up. But because I did all that part. I did the work. So like, ah, shit. Oh shit. Like, and I ran this shit so many different times. I was like removing Solana and bringing it back. Nah, I'm gonna have to do this off stream. Yeah, cause my head can't fucking focus on it. But damn it, it's here. Tree City West, save us, bro. Save us. But we need a Mac version, so I don't have to think about it so hard. But yeah, so what's crazy is you need to take some time to do this. And again, there's a runway for this to set it up. I wish I didn't run into a wall, but yeah, I'm not prepared to continue. There's also a faucet site. But yeah, I'm just not prepared to finish that shit. Fuck it. I'm depressed now, but it's all good. It is what it is, man. I'll be smart soon. See, what's funny about Zen World is like new things will show up and you'll try to get it at the very, very beginning. And it's not that it's designed to basically like leave you behind. It's realistically that it's a challenge for you to do the next part, right? And just swallow the pill that is fucking hard and wait for it to make sense. That's what I did with NXD. I knew it was kind of hard to understand, so I just waited for it to launch. And I was saying, yo, if it's real, it'll stay around. I won't have to worry about it disappearing. I don't really care for the referral link. I mean, you know, I just want to make sure it works because I'm a DXN holder. And if it doesn't work, that means DXN will get cheaper. And I'm with that because I'm trying to get more DXN coins for 70 cents if I can, if more people are going to try NXD, which has burned a ton of DXN now, right? Because DXN was transformed into NXD, and all that was taken off the market. So that was like 400. Let's see how much transfer happened here. So DXN total value locked. $1.5 million worth of DXN was locked up. 414,000 DXN coins. That's crazy. That's actually pretty bananas. And you know what's crazy? This is the part what I was thinking about when I was when we were all hashing it out. Hey, Tree City West, thanks for trying to help me, bro. I can't do that shit. I'm gonna be fumbling and stumbling for a minute, but we get there. But yeah, what's really surprising about this is the people who created this, they were obviously heavy hitters in DXN, and they ported a lot of their DXN into NXD. And I think that might have been one of the smartest vaulting moves to happen. Because now I'm like, damn, if you can make a community big enough. I mean, NXD has first mover advantage, so they're fair. I mean, they do have some things that people have challenged in the fair space, which is some of the way their referral links work, or there is one admin key. So there are some pieces to the puzzle that people don't believe is fair, which is the risk, but again, they're saying they're dripped in DXN and they don't plan on rugging. Now, and again, that's why I'm saying, if you're a heavy hitter in DXN, why not? You're already going to go like 4 or 5 years. You might as well take the DXN off the market because you've probably got a big bag of it anyways. So if you take 400, or if you let the community join and help you take 730 potential 1,000 DXN off of the market forever, right? That's why it's like, this is definitely going to mine out. So when you get it is whenever you fucking get it, right? But once it's gone, and all that DXN is gone with it, and it can live whatever life it likes to live. And the best part, though, is all the DXN is gone that was with it. And, who's to say more won't happen like that? It helps the DXN price so much. Like, it basically created this pump with no one even knowing what was going on in DXN. It created this new level. And as it continues to grow popularity, I expect NXD to surpass DXN's price because it's a smaller cap supply. So it's designed to be more expensive than DXN for the horizon timeframe of DXN being minted. So it would like increase people to want to mint DXN, right? Like that's the whole point of the whole shit. Make people mint DXN. Right now, it's just to shake people out of the lobby, and that's why you're seeing the price appreciation in DXN. But NXD is taking a little shitter off the rip. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Here, let's look at it. Would I say buy NXD over like doing the swap, the minting phase? No, not at all. That would be the dumbest thing, is to buy it right now, because it could keep going down further and further. So you'd feel better swapping your DXN, and who's to say they won't have something for people who help with the Genesis mint, so being attached to that, or you can self-referral, so you can get double the rewards, or however you want to play. If you want to do that loop, that's what a lot of people will probably do, self-referrals. Make 2 wallets, do your thing. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty positive about this, even though it's not really my vibe. I'm excited to watch it turn into something, and maybe it'll get paired with Zen. Like maybe some of the NXD users will want to pair with Zen. But yeah, this is a flush out for DXN. We're gonna see who's left at the end of this one. Like, are you are you still here, or did you sell and get out? Because I think it's gonna continue on. As Zen becomes more expensive, DXN is pulled up with it. So to not believe in Zen is the only reason to think DXN is going to fail. Right? And I mean, to think Zen isn't going to be burned is to think X1 chain isn't going to deliver. And that my rebuttal to that is you haven't used the network yet. I mean, I haven't clicked on AlphaNet. Like, I haven't ran a transaction, but I've seen it. I think it's down right now, though. They had a whole bunch of meetings and stuff. Fair Crypto guys. They flexed and then they shut it down. Shut it down. Yeah, there's been no transaction since a couple days ago. I wonder why. I wonder why. But yeah, last clock speed on this was 424. You know what I'm saying? That 424 milliseconds. So X1 is going to be chill. And again, the problem with cryptocurrency is we can't scale at a consensus level. And X1 is has a solution for that using an AI transformer. Basically bringing blockchain into the future so that builders can build apps and not have to focus on building network support. If you notice, or if you look at it now, realistically, a lot of the issues that are debatable in crypto are limits. And we don't have enough visionaries trying to be limitless. We have a lot of people who just want to make money for now, and they build around those limits. So yeah, that's why I'm so future forward on X1 chains and XENblocks, SolZen. You know, we here to not only dominate, but to educate and bring people along the journey instead of doing the classic hacker association Veebs, where you're anonymous and you silo pretty much the ideology instead of including it in the masses. And again, Zen is very transparent. You can make it in a day if you wanted to. For the next 8 years, it's in abundance. After that, you can still make it in a day. Just won't be a lot of Zen. Fractions. Imagine burning BTC for Matic or something. Yo, I heard that's what I was saying. When I heard like the people in the ordinals talking about transforming Bitcoin on Solana or like making bridges to Solana, my mind was just like exploding with anger. Like, how naive of a conversation is this? It's almost like they're building infrastructure on the back of Hopium more than ever right now. I got fried in 22, 23 for liking futuristic concepts and having mega Hopium. I was the Hopium king, right? But now everything is coming to reality. And Hopium, for the Hopium king, is simply something that works. And yeah, again, Zen is it's so unstoppable at this point. The only way to take it down is to kill the ideology. But to kill the ideology is to go against the principles of why crypto even was invented. So it's got the whole fucking game cornered, and the game don't even know it. And again, DX, I can't wait for Phoenix to show up too, man. Joe Blau's been throwing some updates, but they've been in Telegram. If you get Joe Blau, he be in Telegram though. He be saying his thoughts. I've been thinking about a few metrics to put on the Phoenix website so we get a little bit more information. I want to add the target Zen to Phoenix ratio, as well as link the DEX, since liquidity is slowly rising, starting to pop up. So Joe Blau, he's here, bro. He's still talking in the Phoenix Telegram, but Phoenix, what he's saying is that like Phoenix is finally starting to come out because it opened a year ago. So some people did just 1 year stakes. There was a quorum of stakers that were able to get 1 year before everybody jumped in, and the liquidity or like the consensus of the staking mechanism got further out. So you got to stake for longer because most people are all staking in a certain range. So in Phoenix right now, again, 1 year Phoenix is May 12th. It came out the same day Pulse-Chain came out. What are the odds? The fairly launched Hex came out the same day as Pulse-Chain. So wild. So like if we look at the ETH, where's the contract at? Let's go to the contract. Yeah, Tree City West was talking about SolZen because I was struggling. I was being a straight noobs. I was sweating over here and shit. I'm like, man, I shouldn't feel this way. I'm gonna get it though. You see how complex it is? It's not that it's, I mean, I shouldn't say it's complex. It's like not my territory. I'm like a really, I'm a big-headed kid on a simple jungle gym, you know? And yeah, it's like humbling down to be able to get that really quickly. Still something I'm working on, but hey, since XENblocks in September, I'm pretty good with the command line, dude. Shit, I'm bringing myself back to floppy disk on like a Mac 1 vibe. Yeah, I remember that sometime in my childhood. So Phoenix, right now, there's 6 million Phoenix coins that have been printed. And Phoenix is only going up if people burn Zen for Phoenix. Like if people don't burn Zen for Phoenix, essentially the only people that have Phoenix are stakers. Because every time you stake, you fill up the reward pool. And then news, so I mean, I guess if you've never used Phoenix before, when you burn your Zen for Phoenix, it gives it's 10,000 Zen for 1 Phoenix, and when you burn it, 1 Phoenix goes to you, and another Phoenix goes to the monthly reward pools that flush, or I should say 90 day. I think maybe it's 90 days, 90-day reward pools where they flush all the burned extra Phoenix to stakers over time. So there's a couple different game theories in Phoenix that actually make it so that it comes into existence on its own, bro. Like, it's not like DBZen, which is hyper focused on burning Zen with a native coin for attention ADHD purposes. Phoenix is kind of like a slower approach to coin distribution, allowing people to comprehend pretty much the protocol over a course of time. Because again, maybe it was just nature, but the equity supply of a lot of these chains was so massive that it forced people to stake further in the future. And every time the reward pool flushes, the share rate goes up. And the only way for the share rate to go down is for people to not remint or restake after their stake ends. So if someone goes for 5 years, that's a 5-year stake that's stuck, and the share rate has built that shit in, right? And you can emergency in stake, but depending on your penalty, you feed it back to the equity supply. And that's where, if you're staking, you get more rewards as people early in stake with a penalty. So Phoenix is on fire on paper, but since it has no coin connected to it, don't nobody fucking care about it. It's a mind-blowing thing to me. Like, I mean, it shows how naive the crypto space is. Like, people cannot articulate something that does not have native connected to it because they can't put it all together, right? And again, that's why I'm saying the Soul Zen is actually a Trojan, because when this is out and Soul Zen is real, traded on a DEX, and people can see it, and they're like, oh, how do I get that if I don't want to buy it because it costs way more to buy it? That's what my assumption will be, because how is everyone going to get the coins? Only people that are going to get them are the people that are running on the client, or if you happen to get through the website, then I'm sure it's going to fucking crash. Right, so majority of the coin owners will be people who hard-coded their terminal to mint it. So the Trojan horse is right in that. Once people go, damn, I have to do what? And then they go and they find Tree City West. They look at me, they see I'm fumbling, they see it's kind of hard. But then they see me, I fucking get it soon. They're like, okay, it's kind of easy. Yeah, that's the Trojan horse for Solana. That's the worst thing that can happen to Solana. No one on that chain knows how it works. So now they're going to learn how it works. Then they're going to see that this is a relationship to Bitcoin. Bitcoin worked the same way with computer science. You weren't supposed to know how to make a Bitcoin in 2013. You were just supposed to know how to buy it. But the meta was understanding how to open a Bitcoin client on your computer so that you could get Bitcoins and receive Bitcoins. I just couldn't understand that meta because I never ran command line. And also, I was in college for fucking art, dude. I was not in college for computers. I was in college studying film editing. So like my mind was just like that, like music videos and like music and culture, and like, you know, trendy filters and bullshit. When really I should have been learning command line, because everything has gone back here to the simplicity of the command line. But yeah, it's full circle. It's nature. And let me stop running this pod because I'm wasting money. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing over here. The fuck I'm doing. We'll figure this part out though. But yeah, so back to Phoenix. So yeah, Phoenix is a very, 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 very vanilla version of staking cryptocurrencies in DeFi. It just takes Zen to another level because in Zen you can't stake, or you can end stake at any time and there's no penalty. So if you do want that environment, they introduce Phoenix to provide that longer stake. It's super duper simple. It's just Phoenix doesn't have anybody hyper focused on liquidity just yet. Looks like Joe Blau is cooking that right now to keep it free from I don't know, whatever you want to call it, manipulation. So we got some Phoenix coins here. I see Phoenix on Ethereum right here. This one has liquidity of 3.4 in Zen. Some M Phoenix. There ain't no liquidity though. Oh, this one got 350. That's enough. Hey, fuck it. We ain't gonna hate on them. They got 350 over there. P Zen. We got some P Phoenix. $46 in liquidity over there. We got some Eve Moss Phoenix. They got $2 in LP over there. We even got some ETH POW. Look at that. But yeah, let's look at this one. That's for what, Phoenix? I missed that stuff. You're a Phoenix well? You're a Phoenix well, Tekken? How much Phoenix you got? I remember when we added the CD drive right under the floppy disk. Hey, that was probably, hey, look at, I got a CD drive. I still burn CDs. I've been thinking about starting to burn this should burn Blu-rays. I was like, maybe I should bring back the bootleg. Do people like that? Motherfuckers be watching shit in 4080 nowadays. What has happened to the human race? Quality used to be like, have you seen the way the Greeks and the fucking Romans and the Egyptians live? What has happened to humanity? Motherfuckers don't even want to burn CDs no more. Fuck. Gotta bring it back. My laptop has a CD drive. I'm still bootlegging the Blu-rays. Hey, I think it's a vibe. Honestly, I think the bootleg Blu-ray is 10 times better than the stream that fucking doesn't have the audio matching. What is this? What has this world come to? We used to just get the bootleg. Now we'll literally watch the worst shit ever just because you can get it in 4 clicks. It's everywhere. That's the virus, bruh. Instant access. Fuck. Millennials, we did this shit, man. It's all of our fault. So how are we gonna fix this? We believed what they said, and now look at us. Paying for attention, my G. My God. Me and you are the providers. I wish I could burn CDs for Zen. Hey, that's coming next though, because you see what's happening in Zen. It's slowly, it's gonna become a real world asset. That's kind of my vibe on the Zen thing. People will find XN and XNM, but that's enterprise. We live in a world where people want to know what's the hottest thing and take it away from the people. So the people will always have Zen, but the people will not always have XNM and XN. Unfortunately, this is your opportunity to get as much as you can of those two coins before the future arrives. Like once the future is here, just like Bitcoin, when people were getting 50 BTC block rewards a day, a hash, fuck it, right? And they were just acting like it was nothing. And now we're getting 3.25 per hash or per block. Like if you can mine the fucking block, bro. Like ridiculous, bro. Like Zen is hyper. Again, it's like what it speaks to what I was talking about before. Inflation to disinflation is what this world is coming to. And the IRL prices are going up and they don't give a fuck. And crypto is becoming harder to get, and then you ain't getting a lot of it when you spend a lot of it. So I don't know what side of history you want to be on. If you got a lot of dollars and you're trying to run the inflation race, have fun with 7 jobs. I'm looking at the future, bro. The future is Zen and self-custody and reminding people that they can own their crypto, that it is their property, right? And yeah, there's not a lot of projects that express that, where other projects like a Phoenix can embody it and build a culture based on those principles. And what we see here right now in Phoenix is technically, if you believe in Phoenix, if you can understand Phoenix message, right now it's on a dip in Zen. So 5,000 is basically how much Phoenix is at market fair price. Because when you make Phoenix, 2 Phoenixes are made, one to you, one into the pool. So you burn 10,000 Zen and create 2 Phoenix, right? So technically each Phoenix costs $5,000, so, or 5,000 Zen. So really the bottom of this experience is 5,000, because that means someone came and sold their extra coin on the DEX. And that's what's really cool about Phoenix economics, is people can get out of Phoenix and then go and sell their inflation on the DEX to someone who doesn't want to wait and stay inside of the pool. And then again, Zen is going down in hyperinflation. So at some point there won't be any Phoenix being made anymore, because all the Zen is too scarce to get. So then Phoenix can appreciate in price because there's not enough coins and a bunch of buyers, right? Because then if you really want to play the Phoenix game, then you just stake it and throw it into the future and make it a generational wealth, fairly launched project. Really just depends on how you want to fucking view it. I mean, everybody got behind Hex, but they won't get behind Phoenix. Mind control. So much crypto mind control. Gosh, man, if only I knew how to do command line in 2013, I wouldn't be on YouTube. What up, Harry? Ross stated, NXD by design should be DXN's price on steroids. Yeah. Well, it's the first render. This is the first render of many coins that can do the same thing. The problem is that people didn't keep going, and they lost faith, and some sold instead of taking those coins, creating a new protocol and putting them in there, supporting DXN, bringing in more people, deleting those coins in the name of crypto. That's kind of what these NXD people did. They, in the name of crypto, fuck these DXN coins, and they turned them into this shit. And now we're all like got FOMO because they did it. And we're like, damn, they really did that shit. They really said DXN is going to be around. And how can we be surprised? Right? I'm okay with being surprised, but that's why I'm saying like, oh, I can't be surprised at the same time, because this is awesome. Congratulations. Like, I hate when people give you congratulations because they're surprised you're here. Oh my God, you're here. Like, man, fuck that shit. You know I was going to be here. So big ups to NXD, because they knew they were going to be here. They knew people would follow. And it's in the name of DXN, so it's hard to go against it, because I'm a DXN holder and I want that shit to go up. You know what I'm saying? Man, make that shit on steroids so people fucking feel hella bad. They're going to have a whole DXN hyperstructure. So there's going to be more things that come out that include DXN. So this is just phase 1. Think of this as like their DAO, where you turn DXN into NXD to create the next phase. So it's like, yo, I'm happy for this. I hope more people jump in and join in. It's gonna also show how big the community is right now, and or how off guard or how caught off guard everyone is. If this mints out in the next like 3 days, everybody's very caught off guard. And I'm not unstaking. I would just be buying DXN. I mean, there's only like, it's so hard to unstake right now because it's like you want to unstake, but it's burning now. So if you unstake, you're not going to get the divs. And now the divs are cracking off the speculation. So theoretically, you want to buy DXN because you didn't FOMO buy back here. But now you're the FOMO, right? I mean, at least you're not the FOMO yesterday. But there's potential FOMO that can happen here, which would drive both prices. If DXN goes up, NXD goes up, right? It's the same thing that happens in it's a sneak peek of what's gonna happen in Zen. Like this shit is all of it's the same. We're all on vacation right now, right? DXN just finally has something that if it goes up, it goes up, right? Phoenix is the same thing. If Zen goes up, Phoenix goes up. That's why they got time, they got runway, because Zen hasn't gone up yet, so people aren't looking at Phoenix. As soon as you look at Phoenix, you're like, oh, okay, this is different, right? Phoenix is only burned on Ethereum under 100,000, so $89,000 worth of Zen has been burned on Ethereum. That's pretty crazy, you know, because it also shows you like how much integrity people either have with their Zen, because they're saying, hey, there's no native on the other side, so I cannot burn for Phoenix. Or it just shows how much of a sleeper this DApp is, and people just don't understand it yet. So it's either side of the spectrum. Both sides I think are good for both, or for price. But yeah, definitely keep your eye out on Phoenix. Web3 is just marketing and culture and storing it into a ticker of fiat. They got behind Hex and not Phoenix because of marketing. Supreme, Gucci, Nike. Well, no, that came after. You ever seen Richard Hart before that, when he had a hole in his pocket and he was talking to Eric Wall the first time? That's when I knew Richard was was a different approach. He approached it nerd, and then he went flash. Like, it's like if Jack Levin right now decided to go full Richard Hart, like, which would be him going flash. Like, Jack Levin doesn't actually wear like anything flashy. Like, when I met him in person, bruh showed me like his watch, and he was like, "How much do you think this is worth?" I was like, "Hey man, I don't know you, Jack Levin. Maybe $300, maybe." He's like, "I got it in Brazil for $85." I'm like, damn, bro, you really want to be the CEO that drives the Corolla, bro? You ain't got to lie to kick it. But then, like, yeah, he really did. He thrives from his words. He thrives on finding a deal. But yeah, this is like, there's like a part in this where Richard fucking, let's see if we can find a clip. So this right here, this is Nerd Richard. This is when I found Richard Hart. He was wearing these pants where you can obviously see these bitches are worn as a motherfucker. These motherfucking pants is super worn. And I'm not hating. I'm just saying you can see it for yourself, damn it. And that's all good. You know, I would like it if it was like extreme raw denim, you know, maybe it is. It's kind of tight, so it's a little hard to see, you know. But these pants, man. These pants said it all. Then there was a little sneak peek of the sneaks he was wearing. I was like, hold on. Like, this man is really a nerd. At least he got me. But yeah, so this interview of Richard Hart is what started Hex. Because when I first found out about Hex, it was after this interview. Like, Trevon was talking about it. And then he was making like video over video, like, I'm the only one like talking about this, and I was like, okay, what's the FUD on this thing called Hex? And then that's when I started to do more research, and I found this video because Richard Hart was going against this guy and this super Bitcoin shit, you know. And The rest is history. But yeah, for me, bro, these pants said it all for me. All I needed to see with these motherfucking pants. I was like, oh God, maybe he's on to something. Maybe he's on to it, you know? Yeah, the world could see a lot from your pants, man. Make sure you wear nice pants when you go on TV. I had a DJ wedding this past weekend, and like 87% of my energy was like looking for pants. I was like, I need fly ass pants, bro. You could show up with a wacky ass t-shirt, but if your pants are on fire, everyone's like, you must be successful. You've got nice pants. R.I.P. Richard Hart, man. What happened to him? Someone go find Richard. Phoenix has a curve potential. Sir, the DXN staked is the same because NXD restaked it. Oh, okay. Oh, heard it. Wow. I got to read into it more. Stake NXD to earn ETH. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. So they did it exactly the way that it should be. I'm learning as I go too. Because this is the best way to do it, man. I hate learning. Oh, you know, like if it's a little sticky for me, I just want to see it work. And if it really works, it should continue to work. So that makes sense. So the divs yesterday must have been epic for everybody that stayed. So theoretically, if you're in DXN, you kind of might want to join this because it's a giant stake. And this is a topic we were talking about in the beginning of DXN. Giant stakes should take over the hodlers list. If you've been watching the channel, then you've heard when I've said we should see a ton of smart contracts in the hodlers list. I don't know. Maybe this one isn't a smart contract. Maybe it's not a smart contract. I haven't looked into the code or nothing, so I don't know shit. But oh wait, it doesn't matter because it's in the overall staking thing. Wild. Oh, see, we're learning new things as this goes. So yeah, that theory. Okay, I fucking said okay. That's dead in the sand. Yeah, everybody should be staked. There should only be a staking address. That should be the only addresses in DBZen. Staked ones, the staking address, the liquidity pool, and the dead address. Like everything else, why aren't you putting your DXN to work? Like what are you holding it for? Like why do you even hold it? Like you can if you join NXD, this is the larger staking pool. That's crazy. Yup. Oh, so you see right here, unstaking triggers a 24-hour waiting period. NXD burned from early withdrawal penalty. What the fuck? Okay, more discoveries on the horizon here. Unstaking triggers a 24-hour waiting period. This waiting period is it can be foregone by taking a 25% fee on your unstaked NXD to receive your NXD directly into your wallet. So some people are staking and then they want to get out early, and when they do, there's a 25% fee of the NXD that's put into a penalty box that gets burned. Wow. Okay, yep. So that's the one. Okay, so there's a risk here of losing 25% of your overall value when you do this NXD thing, because if DXN were to fail, that's the failure would be DXN, or you get priced out. Like the other risk in this idea of staking NXD is that bigger players are in this and they are going to outstake you. So maybe keeping your DXN liquid and in your own possession, not transformed, could be a better leverage play so you can do something in the future. But other than that, why wouldn't you join a bigger pool and get more rewards? and get NXD, and as people try to discover, like what I just said, like as people try to learn the discipline of how to play this game, of like, oh, I like DXN more anyway, so I might as well just kept my fucking DXN. You can join early to something that looks like it's going to be deflationary by design. So yeah, man, this whole thing is building out to be something pretty cool. And again, it works as a vault for DXN. You know, so it's gonna get its wheels, yo. It's gonna get its wheels. I'm ready to see some people turn up and say that this is their holy grail. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? NXD's my holy grail, man. That's all I fucking rep. Like, yo, for sure, man. Pump that shit. Pump it. As for DXN, I don't know, yo. I'm hodling for price, though. I think DXN, as long as, I mean, like I said, it's going to run a cycle. Everyone's going to go have fun with NXD. You know, if it makes a good return, they'll keep doing it. And then maybe we'll get some dumpage in DXN from the classic community. Because that's why I'm saying now it's classic. The question I would ask is why, yeah, like this is a shakeout event. Why do you have 500 DXN just in your wallet? Like it could literally be baking inside of the staking app, or now you can transfer it into something else. Like holding on to it in your wallet makes 0 sense. Like classic crypto shit. Like what the fuck? That shit isn't working. Your crypto don't work, bro. Like damn. Please make a new one. This is the chill one, my chill vibe beat for today, Martin. It's Monday, we're vibing. The end of the month. What's up, Breaking Free? DBZ is building their own blockchain. That's cool. The more the merrier. The only thing is that like at the end of the day, crypto is about ownership, and blockchain is just a ledger in the sky to help you organize your ownership. So when the philosophy of blockchain comes into the conversation, at least for me, it's a ledger in the sky. So if DXN wants to make a new ledger because they feel like they gotta bring people into it, then so be it, you know. But what X1 is truly exposing to me, at least while I exist in this reality, is that there's a gigantic hole in the network called the internet, and that the blockchain is here to fill that hole. And there's only so many participants that actually have the education, the resources, the infrastructure to possibly answer the biggest problem on the planet Earth right now, which is how do you get America online, but how do you make a one world currency? You know, how do you make that one world corporation? It's a wild mission, but I think cryptocurrency was invented in 2008 to remove the middleman from this digital discussion. But up until 2008, it was nothing more than just the bank will do the banking things. You know, the bank will do the thing that really owns you, your money, bro. Your money fucking owns you. You ain't gonna do XYZ because you can't afford it, or you will do XYZ because you can't afford it. So the money is the control. And in 2008, if it wasn't for Bitcoin, today we still would be working within that money control, you know. But thanks to those bedroom miners, those living room miners, there's hope for the future, right? We live in the future already, but there's hope, serious hope for the remaining of the future. And I think that there's a giant race in blockchain to connect to that, to make $1 trillion billion. But there's not a lot of people who are on that level of why Bitcoin was invented, to remove middlemen from the digital contracts that are our ledgers in the sky. That's all. That's all the blockchain shit is. So if DXN's finna do that for whatever they cooking, I'ma observe it. If they make a bridge to X1, I'ma cross it. Yeah, some people want to hear something new. Something new. Yeah, nah, I've had the same beats since 2017. I want to release some new stuff, but I don't know yet. I don't know, man. Maybe soon. It's X1 chain though. I have so many content concepts, but the ownership part is what I need. And right now, as you can see on Ethereum, gas is starting to go up again. So I'm kind of sad because I got a bunch of mints that are getting ready to come out next week. And it feels like I'm not going to get this lovely low gas that we've been having for the last month. I think the vacation on Ethereum is over. Everyone's getting ready to show back up, buy up everything, take us back to 40, 50 Gwei days. Right? That's why you should be playing DXN right now while the gas is low, planning your vacation. Right? You should be getting your NXD now before the shitstorm. Right? So play the game correctly, man. Play it correctly, and the blockchain will set you free. We need tons of blockchains for mass adoption. I don't think that, though, Clay. Each blockchain solves a different problem. X1 connects them all. Well, yeah, there's that one. You know? But that's kind of why, again, I'm like, yo, the ultimate blockchain is X1 chain. There's nothing that's going to beat that shit. The network itself, using consensus as the Achilles heel of narrative, is one of, like, that is it right there. That is the golden ticket you've been looking for if you've been looking for a layer one. No one in crypto is talking about scaling at the consensus level. High performance compute, AI driven consensus, making sure that nodes are hitting transactions. Well, this is a little bit of a off the elbow insider talk here. But yeah, in X1 chain, one of the parameter sets that they want the AI to comprehend is API or IP location. So then that way, if there is, like, let's say 100 nodes, I mean, the goal is to have thousands of nodes if possible. But let's say there's a couple hundred nodes online. And then there's people that are in New York. There's some people in Chicago, some people in Atlanta, some people in San Antonio. Shout outs Dallas, some people in Dallas, some people in California. And what the AI would do is it would pick up transactions in regions, and then it would try to find X1 nodes that are high performance in that area to redirect that transaction. Not necessarily transaction, but as the DAG is confirming, it uses those groups, that quorum of region, to confirm that the transactions are correct. And, you know, all blockchains match. Move on to the next, right? And that's what's giving X1 this ability to maintain these milliseconds, because the AI will be so fucking intuitive that we don't even know what the future looks like when it learns everything that we want it to learn. And I think a lot of blockchains are gonna have to build that in, but the problem is they're not the first mover advantage. They don't have the Zen, they don't have the NXD, they don't have the Phoenix, right? There's no culture. Like, who's gonna do it next? You're gonna wait 4 or 5 years for someone to do DXN, Phoenix, 12 chains all over again? Like, not me. While I'm mining these XENblocks, getting pumped up, getting amped. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out if I am going to be a computer, you know, if I am going to get online to this. Is that worth my time? You know? I think it will be, though. Again, this your boy Crypto Bro. We're going to be highly interested in X1 infrastructure going forward. However we need to get power to the blockchain, we will be discovering it as people discover us. You know what I'm saying? The only way to stop this is to shut it all down. You got to rug pull it all, and that ain't happening. Happy Go Lucky. I like your name, Happy Go Lucky. Thousands of banks operating on SQL databases, thousands of blockchains operating on cryptography. Yeah, I mean, that's why for me, what do you call it? I'm like really trying to focus on the next best blockchain, the next generation of blockchain. Knowing now that Solana, like, this is bad. What we're about to do to Solana low key is bad. Because how the fuck does Solana have so much money inside of it, and people aren't even aware of this part? I'm sure on X1 chain. Oh, well, they said that we have dynamic fees on X1, so this doesn't hurt our chain, because on our chain we endorse it. You're just gonna burn a bunch of XN coins and give them the validators. So go ahead. You know, that's what I'm saying. This is a new inscription. Bypass the smart contract. Bypass everything. Go straight to the node and mine with the motherfucking node. That's so dope, bro. The only way to stop it is to fork it out, to build a resistance. That's what I mean. They'd have to build resistance to the Solana client, but then it would also show like, wait, Solana's been able to fix their chain. They just didn't want to do it. And that will be a bigger conversation. Like, they're giving Jack Levin the fuel. That's why I was saying I do not know what the beef is. There's some sort of like background beef that none of us know about. Toby, the guy for Solana, he's a network guy as well, but he comes from cell phones. Jack, obviously, network guy, coming from Google, coming from mass, basically coming from building the internet in the 90s. This is what this guy did. He built the internet in the 90s and in the 2000s. So, of course, in the 20s, he's going to have a bone to pick for people who think what they're doing is correct. You know, like, you think this shit is right? Well, you know? And that's why, again, it's like, bruh, people should have stopped him from building the Zen network. But now that the Zen network exists, there are Zenians who are fighting the same fight. We're all like-minded, just like the light paper says. And it's against mediocrity. And if there's code that allows us to be mediocre within boundaries, fuck it then. They enabled it. that's ordinals. And that's runes, right? Everyone's rooting for runes because they enabled it. Right? So you got to figure out what side of the argument you want to be on. There will probably be more companies. There will probably be some companies instead interested in Filecoin for their purpose. Exactly. Filecoin is what brought me to Zen. I knew that was going to happen. The whole Filecoin thing. Filecoin was too easy. When Justin Sun bought BitTorrent, he almost got there. But that's just it. You can't buy compute. You need humans to give it up. That's the best approach to the compute question that has been in crypto since 2017. How do we get computers online? Again, Justin Sun, he tried to buy a company, Filecoin. They named themselves Filecoin. That's just not enough, though, man. The legacy story for Zen or for X1 will be that Jack Levin created a POW, a proof of work coin for the Zen world that spawned a group of validators. That is the legacy story. Nothing else. He did that. Everybody spawned compute for the X1 testnet. And all those computers came from this. So it's almost like, it's like if Satoshi would have come back and just said, yo, I'm going to do this side project. Y'all should jump in. And then everybody jumped in and got the education because Satoshi told them to do it. Right? And now Satoshi got these group of people who all know how to fucking use the command line that can go at any moment in time when they say, okay, the branch is live, go fuck it up. When have you ever seen this shit in crypto? This is some comic book shit going on right now. Like, if you can't understand it, man, just wait for the web app. But if you understand what I'm saying, that's why there's some background funk here. We don't know what's going on. We just spectators. We collateral damage. I'm not collateral damage. I'm NPC right now. I'm just waiting for. I'm the free guy. I'm just waiting for some shit to show up so I can exit this bitch. There's the portal on the other side of the train. When you stake on the DXN contract, you have to wait a full cycle before you're receiving the divs. Oh, yep. People don't have enough money because the yield is too small. Oh, in DXN? Is that what you're talking about? Martin, today the music is here to torture you. You can't get to... Today we talk about too much alpha, so we had to play the most... You know, the music to block them out. To block them out today. Man, it's hot, bro. I gotta go and sweat right now, dude. I mean, I'm sweating right now, but like, I gotta go outside and hit the biatch. Hit the beach. But yeah, man, that's all I really got for today. We've been streaming for like 2 hours. Why the fuck am I here? Mining my XENblocks. As you can see, number 104 on the leaderboard, almost into the top 100, slow and steady. Oh yeah, if you follow me on X, which I recommend, just look up More World Peace. You can look up cryptobruh.zen. My ad is More World Peace though, you know, like the producer. But if you go here, somebody posted a really dope video. Forex Thinker. Yo, it's going down. So what Forex did was he created an app called XENblocks.app. Now, what this does is if you don't know how to mine XENblocks, again, like I was saying, people are starting to understand how to do it in a click of a button. So that's what essentially he's created here. He's created a way for you to, monitor. It's like a tiny block explorer. So it's the leaderboard here. We should be able to see my address pop up here on 104. Oh, never mind. I'm at 103 now. I don't hop. Oh, I'm 30. Yeah, I'm hopping. Let's fucking go. Sorry, my G. Sorry, 732. How to hop that ass. 2CC, I'm coming for you. You're next. You slowing down. I see you. You slowing down. Oh, never mind. Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm right there with you. Man, we're so close to the top 100. I should be there in about 2 days. I'll be in the top 100. X and him. Let's fucking get it. Right? This shit don't mean anything. But yeah, so if you go to my page, watch this video. It's literally 1 minute long. He shows you how to do mining of XENblocks on VAS. It's really, really dope. I don't have vibe like this. Like, I'm OG, man. I like to live stream for like 2 hours and just talk my shit. But I love these like little TikTok videos. That's what I'm saying. If you're inspired to make content, you should make it for Zen. There's no fair crypto on the planet Earth to talk about. Like, no one is holding a gun to your head to tell you to talk about Zen. That's amazing. Every other crypto, though, is probably like that. So this is free range. People are going to support you if you start talking about it off the rip, because, again, there's a lot of like-minded people that want to do this, but they just can't because that's not their vibe. So big ups to Forex Thinker for stepping out of his comfort zone. It's the first time I ever seen this individual and like on camera, so I'm hyped as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Jack keeps impressing me. He keeps bringing it all, and it's all for nothing. DXN just posted a link to a video. It's probably his video. Let's see here. It's loading on my end. Yeah, that's DXN. So in case you didn't know, DXN makes content for Zen in German. So if you speak German, or you're in Europe, you should check him out, because he's kind of given the vibes from a different side of the planet. I mean, that's Zen though, bro. We're all over the place. Like, we're wherever the vibe is, we're there. So looks like he's about to go live in an hour, so you should tune in. But yo, I'll catch y'all later on. Peace.